So Conor McGregor's media company, The Mac Life, has just released a small segment onto their YouTube channel showing McGregor pumping some tunes and training ahead of his fight with Donald Cerrone at UFC 246 just next weekend. And I'm liking what I'm seeing here, and I'm going to give somewhat of an analysis over what I'm actually seeing in these sparring videos, because a lot can be told just by a small amount with Conor McGregor, because we see so little from him in terms of sparring videos anymore. I know he used to post them a lot more. I guess it comes with the territory of being at the top of the rankings. You just kind of don't want to put yourself out there so much. A lot of people say that's a problem that Luke Rockhold had in his career. Michael Bisping, if you remember, realised the issue with Luke Rockhold's left hand always being down from seeing him hit mitts on Instagram. So I like that we're not seeing too much of his sparring. It shows he's being quite smart on what he shows people that he's working on. But what we did get to see here was a much different Conor McGregor. There was a sparring video released not too long ago of him sparring some, like, Khabib's baby brother, it looked like, pretty much. It looked like Khabib's little brother. It was basically like I can't remember the guy's name, but it was a Khabib-looking motherfucker. It was quite small, and he was sort of doing this boxing sluggish, hands high, feet planted kind of style on this guy. And a lot of people took some things away from that by saying that maybe the Floyd Mayweather training has kind of changed his style a little bit to be a little bit more boxing orientated. And I think it still has, but he's now moving it back towards the light footwork kind of McGregor that we're used to seeing. Also, to do with his size, he looks in 155, he looks in the same shape that he was against Eddie Alvarez. I don't understand the size talk that's going on here. He doesn't cut weight to make 170. He cuts about 15 pounds to fight at 155. He looks in 155 pound shape, but just like leaner, pretty much. So I don't know what the massive deal has been made about him packing on a bunch of muscle. Maybe just their Instagram filters are real good recently. I don't know. Because he looks in normal shape to me. But either way, I like his style. And people said before about the Floyd Mayweather fight that it was going to change his style to be more boxing orientated. I want to get back to this. It's still that way. His hands are a lot higher than usual. And from that we can take away, maybe he still has a bit more of that boxing style. Which, to be honest with you, I don't even mind. If you remember when he was punching pads and hitting pads ahead of the Eddie Alvarez fight, his hands were still quite low and he was bringing them back to about here. He wasn't going all the way up, but now he seems his style's kind of changed to have him glued a lot higher on the head. So his style has still got that more boxing orthodox style. It's not quite as wild as it used to be with the karate, so he has sort of morphed it a little bit, but he's still got the footwork in between is what I'm seeing here. And also, it wouldn't kill him to keep his hands high against Donald Cerrone, who's going to be throwing a bunch of head kicks. Like, the last thing you want is be slipping from punches with your hands by your waist against a guy like fucking Donald Cerrone. So I actually don't mind the style change, and that might be why he's actually implementing this style. Listen, we don't know. Conor McGregor, if you look at his career, against Marcus Brimage was a completely different style. Holloway, he came out there like a full karate guy, you know? Like, against Marcus Brimage, he was a slug-em-out boxer who could go backwards and do it that way as well. And then against fucking Max Holloway, he comes out like a karate stylist. Against Poirier, he comes out in that karate style again. Against Dennis Seaver, it's a completely different look with more straight lefts and less unorthodox shots. I mean, he changes style every fight. Who knows if that might have just been the style that he showed up against Eddie Alvarez with, that he thought was going to be best to beat Eddie Alvarez. I want to keep my hands low, because Eddie Alvarez is going to be looking to take me down. And I want to catch him with unorthodox shots that he's not going to see coming, because Alvarez is a very orthodox fighter. He throws hooks on the inside. You know, he doesn't throw anything crazy, so maybe McGregor was just trying to throw him off his game. We don't know. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but I feel like that could be a good strategy, to keep your hands high like that. Don't fight like he did against Eddie Alvarez. Eddie Alvarez ain't one to throw head kicks, you know, like Donald Cerrone is, and he is after every combination. So if Conor McGregor goes into training keeping his hands by his waist, trying to evade shots, Cerrone's only got to follow something up with a head kick and catch McGregor with his hands down, you know? And that'll be a tough go. So I'm assuming that's why he's changed and kept that style somewhat. It also could be, again, from doing boxing for a little bit, that those natural things are going to change, but who knows what he's going to look like, to be honest. He looks strong, he's hitting the pads well. I haven't seen much Donald Cerrone sparring footage. If I did, I probably would have reacted to that as well. Haven't seen any yet. However, I'm looking forward to it. He looks in good shape, and he looks in good spirits as well, which is good to see, because, you know, we didn't see much around the Khabib camp, but it seemed like he was in a real weird place. So to see him smiling and jumping around, getting some hard rounds in just a week out from the fight pretty much, it's looking good. I like it. We'll see what happens. And for the size thing again, I'll go back to that. He doesn't look massive. Like, I don't understand what the massive over-exaggeration has been about his size. I think people have made a lot about the size because he said he's coming back at 170. If this fight was scheduled at 155 and people saw the same pictures of him right now, people would say, oh, he looks in good shape. Because the fight's been made at 170, all of a sudden this whole size dialogue has begun. And it's just retarded, to be honest with you, because he looks in 155-pound shape. He just looks a little bit leaner than he did against Khabib, which shows that probably he's been in much better shape, much better training, and he's drenching himself in sweat just a week out from the fight, so he looks good. I'm looking forward to it. I wish I could actually show a little segment of the video right now, because YouTube already demonetizes every single one of my fucking videos, because I say there's two genders in one thing. I'm sure that's what it was, these fucking cucks. Either way, I like the way McGregor's looking in his sparring. Playing songs, having fun, bouncing around. He's got his hair slicked back, jumping around the ring. He's doing a lot of feet planted kind of boxing. But then he's also mixing it up by taking a little break from that and then doing a little bit of more of his karate, dashing in and out, Wonder Boy type style. Which I like the look of. Carrying good power, looks in good shape, doesn't look massive whatsoever, still looks light on his feet, doesn't seem to be moving in any kind of injury looking way. There's nothing big to notice there. Yeah, looks good. I'm looking forward to it, boys. It's only a week away. That's mad. That is mad. I feel like it was announced. It was announced quite abruptly, to be fair. It was announced and then it was like, oh shit, that's like 6 weeks away. What is going on? But yes, here. The time is among us. I'm still picking Conor McGregor to win by first round KO. We'll see what happens. He looks good. He looks pretty good. Like and subscribe. Just thought I'd give my opinion because I'm fuck all out of content. Okay? I'm breaking down the fights day by day. Trying to find a little filler video because we are doing 2 videos every day until we get back on UFC schedule. I'm not letting these weeks of gaps break me. I'm making 2 videos a day no matter what the fuck. I'm going to make a video tomorrow talking about how my shit was. Okay? That's the level we're going to come to. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Click that button there. Goodbye. McGregor looks like he means business. Will he get the job done? Tell me in the comments below. I think he will in the first round. Goodbye.